Yo, live stream episode 2. Back locked in on another live stream with Lefty. Man, been trying to push these videos out for y'all, man. These live streams, whatever you want to call it. But look, this is the rise and fall of Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Whew, man. What went wrong? Should he retire? How he could fix it? This and that, this and that. But look, the rise, man. Let's take a trip down memory lane. I remember, I will never forget Deontay Wilder knocking out people left and right. Like the heavyweight division was dead for a minute. Nobody was talking about heavyweights. Nobody even really knew like who the champions was at heavyweight. Uh, like we didn't know who the champion was. Who we didn't even know. Like we couldn't name 5 heavyweights like off the top of our head for like casual people, even people who watch boxing probably didn't even know. After Klitschko's and after Tyson Fury beat Klitschko and all that, like we couldn't really name nobody. So Wilder was knocking people out left and right. Like every time you get on Instagram or YouTube, like you see Deontay Wilder knocking somebody out, like in vicious fashion, like so. Knocking people out. Like he was fear, bro. Like the biggest right hand. Like I remember he was 42-0 with 41 knockouts. Like it was serious. Like clipping people left and right. He ended up winning the championship. He was on top of the world, and it was one fight really left, and it was Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder to be made. And they couldn't settle on the price, where the fight was gonna take place, who was worth more money, and stuff like that. So the fight never happened. So all of a sudden, I remember Tyson Fury came out of nowhere after one of Deontay Wilder fights and called him out. I'm like, man, who is Tyson Fury, man? This man Wilder finna sleep him. So we actually get to the fight, and this is where the turning point happened. Wilder got schooled. He got outclassed, outboxed. Like Fury beat him 10 rounds to 2. Like really, like he outclassed Wilder on every level. So Wilder dropped him twice. I still don't see how that was a draw, but I was going for Wilder, so I was like, that's a win in my book. Like he still get to keep his belt. Uh, he's still undefeated. So hey, get him next time. So that put the world like put casuals on notice. It was like, man, this dude gave Deontay Wilder like the fight of his life. Like, wow, that was a good fight. Like Wilder showed, his resilience, man. He showed like he don't give up. Like the 12th round, he dropped him, and we thought Fury was out cold, and Fury showed his how much heart he got because he was unconscious and he snapped back, got up, and hurt Wilder. So that's why that was a good fight. And like I said, this is where the fall started. The rise of Tyson Fury even more, and the decline of Wilder. So Wilder got a fight in between to Fury and Wilder too. He knocked out Dominic Brazil in smooth fashion. And this is another thing that when you watch a Wilder fight now that you gotta look at, he don't got no confidence no more. Like when he got with this new trainer, bro, he trying to box and be economical and smart, and he not confident in that style. Rather in when he was fighting, of course the competition and got better. But think about when he was fighting Dominic Brazil, King Ortiz. Luis Ortiz, King Kong Ortiz. Think about when he was fighting him. He wasn't being smart and economical. He was going out there being a wild man, like being a beast. Like I want your soul. Like he was throwing that right hand hard. Like he never really had defense and nothing like that. But Tyson Fury versus Wilder 2 come, and Tyson Fury that switched to Crump Jim. He didn't learn. We still thinking he pillow fist. Like he can't hurt nobody. He can't drop nobody. Sugar Hill taught him how to put that power behind your punches, how to sit on your punches. And this where the people learn Deontay Wilder. If you push him back, if you put constant pressure on him, he gonna fold. He can't fight off his back foot. And we had to learn this the hard way by watching Fear versus Wilder 2. Yo, what's good? Whoever on the live, man. Like, comment, subscribe. But this is what we learned, man. Deontay Wilder cannot fight off his back foot. And I was a Wilder fan for the longest, and I had never thought about that. So we see Fury versus Wilder 2. He come out with the costume. He blamed it on that, but Tyson Fury bum rushed him. Came like toe to toe, like he was the puncher in that fight. And we not knowing what's gonna go down. He was pushing Wilder back. Wilder had no defense. His legs small as a stick, like unbalanced. He getting knocked over the ring. His ear busted up. Like we like man, like we didn't think it'd go like this. So the Kona ended up throwing in a towel that second fight for Wilder. So here come all the allegations. His glove was floppy. Um, what else happened? His glove was floppy. He had a egg weight in his glove. The suit was too heavy. Like all type of stuff. Like Wilder, come on, man. Like looking back at it, I was like, man, like they had video evidence. He had the egg-shaped form. His head had a dent in it and stuff. Like I'm like, man, like, and this right here to like show me a lot about boxing. Controversy, drug cheats, any type of cheating. That next fight, everybody gonna watch that fight because it was controversy around it. It was cheating around it. Like it make people like, damn, he cheated. And Wilder said, man, I want it back in blood. Wilder didn't took his tail and oh no, like he went to court in arbitration. Like Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury had signed and they was about to fight and Wilder was like, no, I want it back in blood. Like we finna fight again because you cheated. Whole time looking back on it, Tyson Fury didn't cheat, man. He brutalized Wilder. This man, Tyson Fury is an elite heavyweight. Like he is the number 2 heavyweight in the world right now. Looking back on it, at that time he was the number 1 heavyweight in the world. He was outweighing Wilder by 50 to 60 pounds. Wilder had no defense. Like looking back on it, like he didn't cheat on none of that. But the thought of, oh, Tyson Fury cheated, man. Wilder gonna get him. We gotta make sure we watch his gloves. We gotta make sure he sends somebody back there to watch his hands get wrapped. And Mark Breland spiked Deontay Wilder water. Like it was all type of conspiracies going around. So uh, here we go, Tyson Fury versus Wilder 3 come. And man, this was one of the best that like the most heart and the best fight I done seen on TV besides Spence versus Sean Porter. Like Wilder wanted it back in blood. Fury wanted to prove like he beat him 2 times already. He didn't cheat. Like, bruh, Wilder got knocked down. Then Fury got knocked down twice in the same round. And then Wilder got he eventually ended up getting slept. But man, that was one of the best fights I saw. And that was one of the best trilogies to me of damn near all time. Like, just the grit, like I wanted back in blood from Wilder, and the I'm not scared and I didn't cheat on Tyson Fury part. So now we come out of that situation, that trilogy, where Tyson Fury had been dropped 4 or 5 times. Wilder done got dropped what 5, 6 times, knocked out twice, like, and that's why on a lot of my shorts and short videos, I say Wilder and Tyson Fury took everything out of each other. Bruh, you got dropped 4 to 5 times by Deontay Wilder, bruh. Like the hardest puncher, one of the hardest punchers in the history of heavyweights. I didn't say the hardest, one of the hardest punchers in heavyweight history. And you got Wilder getting slept in 2 back-to-back fights by Tyson Fury, who was outweighing him by what 50 pounds, 60 pounds. Like you taking that type of damage, 2 fights back to back, plus training camp, and I man, come on now. They took everything out of each other, and I stand on that. Like can't nobody tell me nothing different. And that was the decline of Wilder. And if now we look at it, that was also the decline of Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury got dropped by Ngannou and Usyk almost stopped him. They legs are gone. They don't got no more legs. Like that's what I'm saying on my charts. Man, they took everything out of each other. It's nothing like before that they was fresh. Like now when you look at Deontay Wilder fight, he look uncomfortable and don't he lack confidence. Like you touch him one time and like you just jab him and he on Bambi legs, like he shaky and wobbly, like you can't tell like Wilder, you good? You barely got touched. How are you shaking and all over the ring like but that was the first component of the fall of Deontay Wilder. Fighting Tyson Fury 3 times, bro. You was outweighed 60 pounds, 50 to 60 pounds, all 3 times. You got knocked out twice, and you got dropped, I think, what, 6 times, 7 times? He bounced back. He knocked out Robert Helenius in round one. He fought 1 round in 2 years, and he came back and fought Joseph Parker on the Day of Reckoning card in Saudi Arabia with Turkey Al-Sheikh in them. So you only fought 1 round in 2 years, and you finna fight Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker can box. Joseph Parker can move. Also, he friends with Tyson Fury, the man that beat you arguably 3 times, knocked you out twice. He got all the advantages. He fought. I think Joseph Parker fought 4 or 5 times in 2023. So this man active. He got better defense. He moves better than you. He got better footwork than you. What else? He put his punches together better than you, and he had a better game plan than you. That's the recipe for disaster. Like Wilder looked like a fish out of water. He was uncomfortable. Like he couldn't get his timing down, and that lead me to point two. And I'm gonna just be honest. He digressed since he got with Malik Scott. Um, I think that was one of the worst mistakes he ever made was making Malik Scott head trainer. I think he should have stuck with the white dude and I don't know his name Jay, but he should have stuck with the white man and he should have stuck with Mark Breland. Like they like he Malik Scott is kind of on the yes man side and trying to make Deontay Wilder more of a boxer rather than Deontay Wilder's a puncher. He a search and destroy type of guy. I'm looking for my opening and boom, I'm a pounce on you. When I see that opening, like he is a true knockout artist. Like yeah, went against elite people, but he a search and destroy type of guy. He gonna look until he find that opening, and he gonna put everything he can into his right hand. He's trying to turn him into a jab, stick and move. You know what I'm saying? Like that's too much to put on him. And what he done been boxing, he started boxing at 21. That's already a disadvantage. Uh, he was pro for a minute, and he been doing it that way. So you can't really teach him this late how to like footwork and that stuff got to be developed, man. Since you was 7 and 8 years old, it got to be instilled in you from that age, rather than when you 35 and 36. Like, man, you almost 40, you finna retire. You didn't fought a full career, like 40, 44, 45 fights in on the big stage. Like, you can't really teach that now. Like, you gotta do the best with what he have already, and that's the right hand. Like, find a way to get that right hand off. Uh, so yeah, hiring Malik Scott, that was a no, and he knocked his trainer out in what I think 1 round. Like, when they fought, they had an actual pro fight. He knocked him out in the first round. Like, that was a red flag right there. It looked like he took a dive. And after that fight, he came and joined Wilder team, like, on the coaching staff. So I think that was another red flag, man. This man kind of took a dive against you, and you want him a part of your team. Like, that's that's not good. Like, I think he should have saw that for himself. Like, he wasn't even man enough to stand up and fight me like a man. That man barely even threw punches at Wilder. So, like, that's another red flag, and that was another reason of the fall of Deontay Wilder. And doing drills like this what irked me when I saw it leading up to the fight. He was doing drills like this. Just look at this shit. Why are you doing a full spin move? Like, what was the spin move for? That's all I want to know. Like, and I watch how it translate in the real life fight versus Zane. Zane hit him. He spent, and he hit him again. The third reason why Deontay Wilder is falling off. The competition is great. Like, he done fought Tyson Fury, Joseph Parker, uh, and now Zane. Man, these are great, like, good heavyweights. Like, in today's times, these good heavyweights. You're not gonna get away with doing training and spinning around like this. Like, what does this do? Like, I pray he did not do this in the fight, because I said, bro, if he do that in the fight, he gonna get slept. Like, he's gonna get knocked out if he do that in the fight. So, training like this is what also got him knocked out. Why are you doing a spin move? Do you look like you trying to go sack the quarterback? Like, why? Why are you training this way? Like, why? That Come on, man. Like, put your high guard up. Like, and then he had his hands down. Also, while he was moving back, like, you got your hands down. That's Come on, man. Heavyweights, you cannot do stuff like that. As a heavyweight, you can't do and train like that, because one shot and you out. Like, he weighed on every fight, he weighed between 212 and 215. Man, Zhang was 260. No, he was 280. 280 something. And he was 215, 216. Tyson Fury was uh 270 and he was 215. Joseph Parker was what, 250, 240. The average heavyweight is between, and Anthony Joshua cut up and ripped up, and he be 240 or 250. Uh, like, these dudes are outweighing you by 60 and 70 and 80 pounds. Like, you could go down in weight. Like, you could go down in weight class, Wilder, like, and take over. But what I'm saying is, you can't do stuff like this, and you can barely make mistakes because you're a heavyweight. One punch and it's lights out, bro. Like, that's what got me. Like, seeing him train like this, bro. That's not doing nothing. And then you gonna add a spin move at the end of it. What the spin move for? I gotta loop this. What the spin move for, bro? Like, that's what I'm saying. I can see, he like trying to move his head a little bit, which he did in the fight a little bit. Like, his head movement was okay, but dude, Zane set a trap for him, and he fell for it. Like, that goes back to boxing IQ, which you started at 21. Just imagine if he started at 7 or 8. Like, the more you do something, the more you pick up. the more you learn, the more knowledge you have on it. Like I just don't I don't like how his corner also like in the Joseph Parker fight, like they was like basically telling him like he was winning or he was doing good, like he was under the impression that he won. And like I don't know if boxers be like, man, like I didn't get knocked out or I didn't get dropped, so they feel like they won. No, you lost. Like that's that's my take on it, man. Like the competition got better. That's one. The trainer he chose was suspect. He lost to him. He beat him, and he went about losing kind of bad. Like he took a dive, kind of Malik Scott. And number three, I just say the way he trained. Like even for back when he fought Tyson Fury with that second time, and he tried to bulk up. No, that it was either the second or the third time. He tried to bulk up, and he gassed out in the second round. I think that was the third time. He gassed out in the second round. Like that stuff you have to know. Like you came in at your heaviest and you gassed out in 2 rounds. Or just this training clip right here, like you doing a spin move, and in the actual fight, when you got hit and when you got hurt, your body automatically hit that spin move, and Zane was able to get a free shot and knock you out. So it's just little stuff like that, like the way he trained, and then my three components. He was knocking everybody out, but 40 fights. Ran into a good heavyweight who can move, who can box, and then that next fight, Tyson Fury proved he can punch. The competition got better. That's one. Chose the wrong trainer. That's two. Like the people around him, they kind of yes men to him. That's two. And three, the way he trained. Uh, that's just kind of self-explanatory. Like whatever you train, you gonna do in the fight. So when he got hurt, his brain took over and he spent around. Like what? Like he was trying to tell the ref something, man. Come on, Wilder. Last but not least, should he retire? I'm gonna say like this: if he don't want to retire, I support. I'm gonna still watch the fights because you can never really count him out because of his right hand, bro. Like I'm telling you, like it'll be when you least expect it, he'll knock somebody out. But that's when the competition not that good. So I'm gonna just say this: I feel like he should retire. To me and to most fans, they say he should retire because now he's kind of taking unnecessary punishment. Like he got knocked out twice by Fury. He just got knocked out by Zane. He lost to Joseph Parker. Like you getting knocked out and knocked around the ring now. Like it's just like, man, go enjoy your family. Like you got into this sport to provide for your family and make sure they was good. Like, and even Wilder say like to this day he be like he make more money outside of the ring than he do inside the ring. So it make no sense for him to keep going, man. He was a great champion. He had 10 title defenses. He won a bronze medal in the Olympics. Uh, he done made multi-millions of dollars for his family, inside the ring, outside the ring as well. And he brought life and excitement to the heavyweight division, bro. Like when nobody was there. Like we didn't even know who our heavyweight champion was, bro. Like that's why I say, bro. Shout out to Deontay Wilder, man. I said it in my short video. Shout out to Deontay Wilder. He brought excitement back. He brought that fun back into it. Like people was actually watching. Like man, like this man knocking people out cold. Like I remember he had that saying, "You got to be perfect for 12 rounds. I got to be perfect for 12 seconds, 2 seconds." Like like I said though, man. Motivational message, man. Just lock in. Uh, lock in. And shout out to Deontay Wilder, bro. Like, maturity is everything. Like, and that go back to Deontay Wilder. He matured as a man, and he kind of lost the hunger for like was crying after one of his fights as he knocked somebody out because somebody was got paralyzed and couldn't walk after one of their fights. Like this happened in the past. Like this tied back into Deontay Wilder, bro. He matured a lot. Like I remember at one point he was saying like he wanted to like kill somebody in the ring, but now looking back on it, in the future, now he like man, he love everybody and he just happy to be here and he ain't got like no hard feelings toward nobody. So maturity is everything, man. Mature, live life, man, and just love everybody, man. And this episode 2 was sponsored by StreamYard, presented by StreamYard, the best streaming and live video website company. Appreciate y'all, man. That's episode 2, and I'm out. Peace.